Good evening, can you see me? I am now on a new device filming. Not sure what it looks like. If you can see me, if you can hear me, please let me know in the comments. It's all a bit odd, and as I just plugged it all in, it actually collapsed. So, yeah, good evening, one and all. How are we? You're watching me tonight on the live edition of Nighttime with Nelly. It is an over 18 show only. Any advice I give on tonight's show is purely for entertainment purposes. And can I just say, there will be strong language and talk of a sexual nature throughout. If anybody does comment on your comments with prize, win, gift, giveaway, you've won something, please inbox me. Check your inbox for prize. It's a scam. They stopped for ages and they fucking started again, and it's driving me insane. So, now then, if I put my glasses on, look at that, you can sit ring light. So I'm not keen on this new tripod, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. And I paid a fucking fortune for it as well, and it were on half price on Prime. Hello, Aunty Nelly, the Uncensored Reviewer, says Sean McCabe. Hello. Hi, Nelly, I can hear you, says Julie. Thank you. Hi, Aunty Nelly, hope you're doing well, says Tony. I'm doing well. Give me that like, give me that love, give me that share, and let me know where you are watching me from. So, Prime Day has been for the past 2 days, and the past 2 days I decided to take that plunge and buy myself all new filming equipment. And I thought, if it's really, really good, I can share it with flower pots because maybe they might want to do it. It says on it specifically that you can wear your glasses and you won't be able to see the ring light in your glasses or in your eyes. Well, ain't that a fucking shower of shite? Eh? Fucking good job I only paid half price. I mean, fancy telling lies like that on an Amazon review, and Aunty Nelly, the Uncensored Reviewer, fucking buying it and trialling it. Eh? If you're going to tell fucking lies, you got to be fucking careful who's buying your products and your shite, pal. Anyway, so yeah, you can sit light in glasses, can't you? And you can sit light in my eyes, can't you? Yeah. So, that Amazon review, I think all the Amazon reviews on this equipment I've got here that I'm filming on now were probably false reviews. So, I'm looking ever so forward to exposing the company. When we work hard in this country for that hourly wage, we work fucking hard for it, and that's our money. That's our money. And I'm fucking sick to death of brands out there telling fucking lies. That's why I started what I started 4 years ago. I will fucking find you out, you shower of shite. Okay? So, anyway, on with tonight's show. So, people write into the page. They write into your Aunty Nelly for either Nighttime with Nelly or Sunday service. So, if it's your first time watching, as I said, any advice I give, purely for entertainment purposes. Number 2, if anybody comments on your comments saying you've won something, it's a scam, get them reported, fuck them off. Number 3, there will be strong language and talk of a sexual nature throughout. So all the dear Aunty Nellies that come into the page for a Wednesday or a Sunday are always anonymous as well. So, shall we get going? I'm going to have to keep my glasses on, but I can't fucking believe that fucking ring light not supposed to be there, but it is, isn't it? So now I feel like I'm doing a nodding dog expression. Hello, Lisa, thank you for joining, and Kirsty Langford. Hello, everybody. Where are you watching me from? Where are you watching me from? Put it in the comments. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Let's get going with, so, well, what did you miss? You'll have to watch on hashtag catch up or hashtag replay. Dear Aunty Nelly, every man I have been with since my ex and I split up hasn't known how to handle my massive baggy. Hang on. They haven't known how to handle my massive baggy, saggy, fucking fanny lips. Fucking hell. Every man I've been with since I split up with my ex hasn't known how to handle my massive, baggy, saggy, fucking fanny lips. Right, Godful, isn't it? I'm more than one ways, I bet. Right, when I was about 11, I asked my mum if I was a boy, as I have a massive clit too. I asked her if I had a willy and my fanny flaps were my testicles. She told me not to ask such stupid questions, and that was that. But it's now really affecting my sex life, as my last sex partner gasped when he saw me naked. That happens to me. I get gasps, but that's not because I've got massive, baggy, saggy, fucking fanny lips. I've had a few gasps. Anyway, on a serious note, okay. So I never liked it anyway, but after hearing a gasp, it's really bothering me. What should I do? I mean, is it really a question we need to be asking if your labia is normal? You can have labiaplasty if it's something that's affecting your mental health and something that's making people gasp. I would say that's their issue and not yours. If you feel absolutely fine with having, what the fuck have you got? Massive, baggy, saggy, fucking fanny lips and a massive clit, then what's the problem? You'll meet somebody who'll love you for you and will embrace everything about you and won't gasp. They'll just gasp in like, they can't believe they're with you. So anybody who's actually gasped at the thought of you naked or seeing you naked, that's not really your issue, it's theirs, number one. Number two, what I would say about this, and I'm not a medic, right? I'm not a medic, but you can speak to your GP about it because there is lots of labia atrophy, I think it's called, something labia minora hypertrophy. If your labia is causing problems, so you're getting boils on it, cysts on it, it's causing problems in your underwear because it's rubbing, it's chafing, you're struggling with cuts and sores, it's difficult to clean, it's causing chafing, then yeah, go and see your GP. Also, see your GP if none of those things are happening, but it is actually affecting you, and now it's lowering your self-esteem and your self-confidence. Yeah? So anybody who was to gasp seeing me naked and wasn't gasping in, I don't think we ever gasp in delight, do we? But yeah, anybody who was to gasp, well, they'd be out the fucking door. Hashtag bye Felicia, off your foot flower. Don't deserve you. Because regardless of what our bodies look like, and we're all different, we all come in different shapes and sizes, I'm telling you now, they will accept you for you regardless when you meet the one. So don't let that put you off meeting partners in future. But if you have really got a problem with the fact that you've got massive baggy, saggy fucking fanny lips, then go and see a doctor. And I wouldn't really say anything about your mum dismissing it when you were 11, because I think mums sometimes do come out with, don't be so bloody stupid. But that didn't really assist you, did it? She should have, ventured a little bit further. Dear Aunty Nelly, oh dear God, the first line of this, here we go. Dear Aunty Nelly, I can smell my girlfriend's vagina when I sit next to her, and it's really, really starting to bother me. I've been with her for years now and we live together. I brought this up by taking her to #kitchen table. Love it. She just gets mad though and walks away, and we end up not speaking for days. The smell is so strong that when she leaves the room, I can smell her vagina for ages after. If I smell the couch, I could tell you exactly where she has been sitting. The smell is so strong, but not a smell I can describe. It's not fishy, just very sharp. Oh, have we got a troll? Have we got a troll? Charlotte Rebecca's shouting me. Have we got a troll? Yep, hang on. Block, delete, report. Has it done? Chloe, has it done? Give me a thumbs up. Right? That was a Brian, and I think I've done it. I've reported him. It might have done it. If it hasn't done it, let me know. But I think I've reported and pressed what I should have pressed on a Brian Jones. Anyway, moving on to smelly sharp fannies. What does that mean, though? If you can't describe the smell, it's not fishy. It's just very sharp. It's very sharp. Like pungent. I wonder if sharp is like pungent. Anyway, I don't know what she can do about it, but I just want her to go and see a doctor and get it looked at, which she refuses to do. This is becoming such a problem as we no longer have sex, and I'm wondering if just break it up with her because she isn't wanting to communicate in an adult fashion. And she's not wanting to sort this. What can I do? Now, bear with me a second because this new tool... Liz Detroit, are you minging watching it first time, want to be sick because you don't like the show, or is it to the question? Let me know, because I can get rid of you as well, sweetheart, or you can just stop watching, because this is the nature of nighttime with Nelly. So for first time watchers, I know it can be a little bit, what the fuck is going on here? So he's took her to hashtag kitchen table and he said, listen, your vagina... I can smell on the couch, because I can go and sit on couch, right, and I won't watch where you're sitting, and then you leave and I can tell you where you've been sat, because your vagina smells very strong and sharp. And she said nothing. She's just walked away, and then she refuses to speak to him. Doesn't smell a fish, but that doesn't mean to say there's not an infection. I know that bacterial I know that bacterial vaginosis can come out as a fishy smell, but that doesn't mean to say if it's not a fishy smell, it's not an infection. I don't think I have no sense of smell, and I've never had a sense of smell in the past 10 years, but I don't think there's anyone around me that would be able to smell my vagina. Unless they have the face buried in it with consent. When you are leaving the smell of your vagina in a room for minutes after you've left, when you are leaving the smell of your vagina on a seating area, there has to be a medical issue. As I've said, I'm not a GP, I'm not a general practitioner, I'm not a gynecologist, but I know a cunt when I fucking see one. And let me tell you, if she cannot communicate in an adult fashion about something that you're deeply concerned about, where's this relationship going? Now, I know what you're saying. You know, she's got a bit of a smelly fanny and we can't sort it, that's the problem. The problem here is going to fester. It sounds to me like a fanny. It sounds to me like if she cannot communicate in an adult fashion, what other topics are going to come across that she's just going to walk away from? Number one. Number two, what happens when you need to discuss things in a relationship and she can't do that? Is she going to walk away? So if you can't communicate with your partner who you're supposed to love and live with, and they're supposed to be your best friend, you're supposed to be a team, what relationship have you got? You're not even now having sexual intercourse because the smell of her vagina is that sharp and strong. And why are you going around sniffing seats? Are you going around sniffing seats to see if the smell's getting better? So, all right, you took her to hashtag kitchen table. And it didn't work. She walked away. So I won't even mention the smell of her vagina now. This is what you do, right? Hashtag kitchen table again. And so listen, you and I are not communicating. We are not speaking the same language. And she may say, well, I speak English like you. Yeah. We don't speak the same language. We cannot communicate in an adult fashion. Your words, not mine. Love them. We'll be using them from now on. We cannot communicate in an adult fashion. We are no longer intimate. We are living in this house like brother and sister. If she then says, where's this all coming from? Just say, look, there's been an issue of late. I brought it your attention. You're not willing to discuss it. You're not willing to do anything about it. And that is absolutely fine. I can take a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. That's fine, sweetheart. You crack on, but I'm going to go. Or she has to go. Whoever lives in house, whoever house it is. Because this is not going to get any better. If she then says, is it because I've got a smelly fanny? Is it all about me smelly fanny? And just say, that was the catalyst, yeah. The catalyst was, I sat you down and said, listen, I think, you know, there might be a bit of problem. Would you want to go and get it sorted? You wasn't willing to do that, and that's fine. But I'm now thinking, what else will come up in the future that we can't communicate about in an adult fashion? I don't want to be able to have a partner that I can't communicate with in an adult fashion. So this relationship's going nowhere. Hashtag bye Felicia. Started off with a smelly fanny. But, you know, stop going round sniffing furniture. That's fucking weird. Yeah, Amanda Cleary, Snifflord. We've got a fucking Snifflord. So far tonight, we've had a massive baggy, saggy fucking fanny lips. And we've had a very strong smelling, sharp vagina. Did somebody say vinegar? Can fanny smell of vinegar? Did like what? Like salt and vinegar? Like... I don't know if I remember the smell of vinegar. Anyway. Dear Aunty Nelly. Oh, here we go. My boyfriend was fingering me. I love being fingered. I think being fingered is like the best thing in the world. It's like my favourite. Anyway, it's quite adolescent really, isn't it? But I really do like it. My boyfriend was fingering me, and while he was doing it, I started to bleed. I don't think it was a period, but I'm not sure because there were only light blood spots for about 3 days. I'm now worried that he may have done some damage to me. Should I be worried? And why did I bleed? Okay, so I haven't got a crystal ball, so I don't know why you bled, but what if when he was fingering you, he were a bit rough? Because that's happened to me. It's happened to me, and I'm sure it's happened to lots of ladies who are watching. There's no comments popping up. I don't know if anyone's still with me or everyone's fucked off. You know, and sometimes when you're being fingered, kit-katted, they can be a bit rough with the nails. Maybe, you know, that's what it were. The bleeding were maybe from that. If it's not that, then bear with me. There's no comments. Is anybody watching at all? Because it's now saying there's nobody watching. You know, so has he got rough fingernails? Did he break one of his nails and not know? So it could be that. It could be that. It could, you know, it could have just been a bit rough with you. He may have scratched the inside of your actual skin inside, and that's why you bled for a bit. But if you weren't due on your period, that doesn't obviously mean that it weren't a bit of a period. But I think if he's been fingering you and it's been quite rough, that could be the cause of it. So how do you feel now? Did it feel a bit sore? Did you need to have a salt bath? Ladies, when we need to have a fucking salt bath, good God in heaven. Oh, now that, oh, the back, everyone's popped up back on screen. You're back. Hello, everybody. So, you know, I'm just thinking he might have fingered you a bit too rough and he might have had a bit of a cut nail. It was for 3 days, and sometimes some people can heal within a couple of hours and some might take 3 days. But what I'd say is, unless you're feeling a bit funny down there, put it down to you were a bit rough with you and you had a broken fingernail. Or, if you want clarification, go and see a doctor, go and see your gynae nurse. You know, just get checked out and just say, look, I had a bit of a spotting and I'm not sure why. You don't have to mention anything about the fingering. You don't. If you're embarrassed or whatever, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. But just in case, you don't have to mention that. Just say, hiya, I'm just ringing up. Can I have a telephone consultation with a nurse? Because I've had a bit of odd spotting and it's a bit unusual in my cycle. Leave it at that. Yeah? I've had bleeding after being fingered, after being kit-katted. Yeah, who's in Barbados? Who's going to Barbados? Are we all having a nice time tonight? It's 9:21. Let's move on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Dear Aunty Nelly, should I give my boyfriend a free pass because I slept with someone else during our 8-month breakup? Thanks. Should I give my boyfriend a free pass because I slept with someone else during our 8-month breakup? Thanks. Right, so a free pass to what? What do you want a free pass to? What we having a free pass to? I'm just blocking some other people who are trying to put fucking links and all sorts of fucking shite. Right, I am not qualified to give medical advice, Louise Stourton West. I always say that at the beginning of every show. Any advice I give is purely for entertainment purposes. If the end of your knob is a luminous green, see a general practitioner. If your fanny smells of Fleetwood Docks, see a general practitioner. Please do not write into my page with any health issue and wait for me to read it out. These could have come through to my inbox and they might be from 2018. So don't sit there waiting for your last rights to be read and waiting for me to fucking read it out on a Wednesday night. So no, I have not got any medical... I'm not Dr. Phil. I haven't got any certificates, but I always say that right at the beginning of the show, during the show, and after the show. Yeah? Okay. Okie dokie. I don't want anybody to be under any illusion. Let's have a look. No, you'd broken up, end of. He hasn't heard anything. Right, so, right, there we go. Thanks, Dan. Should I give him a free pass? Hang on a minute. Has he asked you for the free pass? Has he said, when we were broke up, you had sex with somebody, so I want to have sex with somebody, then we're even? Or how do you know that he hasn't had sex with somebody when you broke up? And now that you're back together, why does he want to have sex with somebody else? Is he not back with you and happy with you? There's a lot of things that are like going off like fucking red flags to me. This is a fucking red flag. When you're not with somebody, you can do as you fucking please. Right, and I'm not going to go down the fucking Ross and Rachel fucking friends route when we're on a fucking break, because that bores the fuck out of me. Now then, I must be the only person who's not a fan. Right, so, you're not together. So it's entirely up to you what you do as a single person. And when you've not been together, you crack on because you're single. As long as it's consensual and you're not upsetting anybody else, you fucking crack on, right? Number 2, now that you're back together and he's saying, well, because you slept with somebody, I want to sleep with somebody, you fucking crack on, sweetheart. You go and sleep with who you fucking want, but we'll no longer be together, and it won't just be a fucking break, it'll be a break-up forever. That'll be it. Because now you're back together, you should be building your relationship for you two. And if he's thinking of fucking somebody else to get even with you, that's not a relationship that's healthy. That is already a toxic relationship. Okay? So the only pass I'd be fucking giving him is a fucking bus pass to fuck off to the land of kingdom, cunt. Off you fuck. Fuck off. Fucking it. If I had to wait for my boyfriend to sleep with the amount of women that I've slept with fellas, I'd be fucking dead. I'd be fucking dead. Dear Aunty Nelly, have I lost my virginity? Question mark. I don't know. And I know you don't like more than one question. Oh. But I fucked myself, oh here we go, with a banana. And I'm not sure now. Also, I think I might have got an infection from it, thanks. Have I lost my virginity? Because I fucked myself with a banana. And I might have got an infection. Right, when you fuck yourself with a banana, did you put a condom on it? Because I know that lots of people use objects around the house to fuck themselves, and that's okay. Okay. As long as it doesn't belong to somebody else, it's your object. I mean, why don't you invest in a sex toy? It would be much safer. But if we are using things such as bananas or makeup brushes or hair brushes or fucking cucumbers or whatever, I'm a little bit concerned that if you was to unpeel the banana and stick it inside you, what if it fucking snapped inside you and you have to end up at fucking A&E with half a fucking nana up your fudge? Number 2, if you're using a banana that's not been peeled, is there not like little mites and shit in the banana skin? And that could like go inside you and maybe you have give yourself a bit of an infection. So, yeah, I know that you said you're not allowed more than one question, but I'd like to be allowed a little bit more information. Was it a frozen nana? If you're going to fuck a nana, put a condom on it. Anything you shove up yourself that is a household item, a piece of fruit, a vegetable, put a condom on it, then it's safe. And I'd always be really worried about using things that haven't got a flared end, because you could lose it inside you. I don't know if you've got an infection. If you are showing signs of an infection, then please, please, please go and see a general practitioner, because I am not qualified to give medical advice. However, any advice I do give is purely for entertainment purposes. Bananas in pyjamas are coming down the stairs. Who remembers that? I've never looked at an Anna and wanted to fuck it. Oh, right, sorry, I've lost my virginity. Forgot. No, lots of people have different views on this. This is my view. My view is, until you have had sexual intercourse with somebody, so genitalia and genitalia has penetrated, right, then yeah, you're still a virgin. So unless you've had an actual penis inside your vagina, you're still a virgin. Because lots of people have masturbate, and that doesn't mean to say they've lost the virginity. And your virginity is not anything to do with your hymen, because you can lose your hymen when you're little, riding a bike or falling off a step or something. So I always think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you have to have actual act of sexual intercourse with another human being to lose your virginity. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Yeah, Marsha Lukes. Yeah, she's lucky she didn't fucking split her sides. Banana splits. Ha ha! Yeah, so you're still a virgin because you fucked a banana. That's fine. Make sure in future you wash the skin and you put a condom on it. If you do think you've got an infection, go and see a doctor. You don't have to mention the nana. We won't tell anyone, will we not? Banana rama. Dear Aunty Nelly, I'm a woman aged 52 and I've been with my partner a couple of years now. We're both divorced and we met online. Things are good between us, but I worry that sex just doesn't do it for him, that I'm not enough and don't turn him on. The reason I say this is because it takes him ages to get a hard on. How will I know if I'm enough, and how can I speed things up? Okay, there's no set time on how quick somebody gets a hard on. Maybe that's his normal reaction to intimacy. Maybe he doesn't get as excited, as wet as I get, as when I watch Reggae Jean Paul in the new Audi Quattro 4 fucking advert that I actually stop and rewind and watch, you know, and that makes me extremely wet. However, if I think of past exes, I actually dry up like fucking Sahara Desert. Okay, but that's just me. He may not be a person that's that excitable. He might not be that excitable. It might take him a while. It might be a slow starter. So are you comparing him to people in the past who've got a fucking hard on straight away and he doesn't? How do you know that he doesn't like the sex that you're having? How do you know that you're not turning him on enough? Rather than writing into the page, why don't you ask him? When you're having sex with your partner, or while you're touching him, caressing him, being intimate, why don't you say, do you like that? Do you like it? You know, how do you want it? I love it when you do that. You know, and that's the way of it. There's another troll, is there? Right, okie dokie. If I see him, let me know name. Let me know name, and I can do that. 1, 2, 3, and they're gone. Pow! Like magic. Right, let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Pathetic and gone. I'm leaving and gone. Who's gone now? Has someone shoved a banana up their ass? What's happened here now? Whoever it were, they've obviously blocked me. So what was she called? Deb Sumner. Right, Chloe, if you're watching, can you report Deb Summers? Oh, Deb Summers. Can you sort Deb Summer out? Get fucking rid of her and remove her Facebook. Deb Summer. Yeah, Charlotte's. Oh, right, Chloe's sorting it. Right, that's fine. Do not worry about Deb. My editing team will fucking sort Deb Summers out and she'll lose her Facebook. What a cunt. Right, so if things are good between you and you're having a nice time, the only thing I'd say is ask him. And don't compare him with your past partners. And I know that's going to be quite difficult to do because you're 52, so you may have had past partners. And it is hard, isn't it, sometimes to think, oh, my last one weren't like that, or that worked for this one, but that's not working for this one. So it's little things like that. So don't compare him to past partners. This is a new relationship. Thank you, Terry Ann Down. That's really kind. This is a new relationship. As you said, everything's going really nice. Don't cock block yourself. Don't sabotage this relationship. Enjoy it for what it is. Oh, hang on. Sorry about this. I've just had to give permission to my team, Facebook team there. Yeah, it's sorted. It is sorted. I think she might have gone. I have to sign a thing that says that person who trolled has offended either me or my audience. And what that means is then that troll person or that person who may have offended somebody in an inbox or a direct message or said something on the page that's upsetting my show and is stopping me from being a creator will then get looked into by Facebook. And they've got new rules out now because of the trolling. Lisa Walker says she's still on. Oh, for fuck's sake, hang on, have I not done it properly? Right, I've ticked the thing that they should be able to do it, but if not, let me know. And sometimes these people have multiple accounts anyway. Because of the trolling laws now, we can get people removed from our social media, such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter are just passing a different... Anyway, I've gone right boring, haven't I? Right. So, yeah. So, don't compare him with your past partners. Enjoy it for what it is. And just ask him questions like, do you like that? Am I turning you on? You know, do you want to spice things up a bit? Things like that. And just see where you go. You'll be fine. Dear Aunty Nelly, my husband has asked me to watch porn. Oh, heck. But I don't want to. It's not that I am a prude. I love sex and think we have a good sex life. However, I'm really against the porn industry and what goes on behind the scenes. What goes on behind the scenes? I would never be turned on by watching it. He thinks it will add something extra, which also makes me worry that I'm not enough for him anymore. How can we get past this? What goes on behind the scenes at porn industry that I don't know about? Don't ban porn. I love porn and it's free. It's free. Right. Anything we're asked to do in the bedroom that we're not comfortable with and it's a no, then we don't want anybody else to control us into doing something we don't feel comfortable with. I certainly wouldn't go down the route of saying this person is a narcissist or there's coercive control. He's just said, will you watch porn with me? And you've gone, no, I don't want to. And he said, well, I really want to watch it because it'll spice things up. And you've gone, well, I don't want to because I know what goes on behind the scenes. And if you do know, can you write in again and tell me? Because I've not got a fucking clue. Apart from loads of sore fannies and floppy knobs and fucking spunk flying everywhere. And lots of noises. Anyway, so why don't you say to him, look, I understand that you really, you know, get turned on by porn. And I get that. And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with you watching porn on your own. But it don't turn me on. I know that it doesn't turn me on. And it worries me that you're wanting to spice up our sex life, and I don't want to spice up our sex life with porn. So then I'll worry that I'm not going to be enough for you. So what else can we do? And try and look at other things you can do. Have you even thought about filming yourself, giving him a blowjob and then watching it back? That can be sexy. That's not the porn industry. That's you and him on a private mobile phone that you share between you as your husband. And then, you know, deleting it after, watching it, you know, that could be quite sexy, making your own homemade porn, and then you don't know what's going on in background because it's just you and him. Or is there something else that he thinks, oh, we'll watch a bit of porn, because that's what people do, that maybe you'd enjoy more, and maybe he can then, you know, say, all right, I didn't think you'd be up for that. So I think what you need to do is discuss it a little bit more, but do not go into doing something to ever make your partner happy because you want to be enough for him. That will never work. It's a recipe for disaster. Number one, you're doing something that you're not actually consenting to. And number two, you're only doing it to make somebody else happy. And that's not a healthy sex life. So maybe a bit of role play, maybe do your own video, maybe you masturbate while he watches, maybe mutual masturbation, so he's watching you, you're watching him. There's lots of things that can be done, but maybe his mind is not that open to thinking, oh, you know, we'll just watch a bit of porn. That could be exciting. Try and say, that won't turn me on. However, I'd like this. Oh... What time is it? There's loads. Dear Aunty Nelly, my parents came home early from holiday. This can't be recent because no fucker's gone holiday. And caught me watching porn and wanking off in lounge. Now I don't feel like they trust me, and it's pretty awkward whenever we're all around each other. What do I do? My parents came home early from holiday and caught me watching porn and wanking off in lounge. Right, so you live with your parents. They've caught you having a sneaky wank, watching a bit of porn. And it's probably not that awkward because I bet your dad's had loads of wanks and your mum probably has. And I bet your dad's watched loads of porn and maybe your mum has. So it's not that awkward. I think you just think it's awkward because you've been caught. And it's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? And you made to feel a bit shameful. So what I'm going to say is, for fuck's sake, the trolls are out in fucking force tonight. It's fucking Mercury in fucking retrograde. Hey, it's a full moon tomorrow. It's a full strawberry moon. Read up on it. It's brilliant. The strawberry moon's lovely. And it's a full moon, so I reckon that's why. So, yeah, look, let it go. Let it go. They won't be thinking about it. You're the one who's making it awkward because you feel that embarrassment or guilt. You won't be the first and you won't be the fucking last to get caught by your parents having a sneaky wank. In future, watch your porn in your bedroom and have a wank in your bedroom. Then you know that. Yeah, super moon, that's it, Emma. It's a super moon, a strawberry moon. Full moon. The full moon. Do you remember the Jaffa advert? Jaffa cakes. Full moon, half moon, total eclipse. Half moon, no, what was it? Yeah, half moon, full moon, total eclipse. Do you remember the Jaffa cake advert? Yeah, I think sometimes I'm ruled a bit with moon. When it's coming up to full moon, I get a bit aggressive. Have you noticed? Have you noticed? Oh, yeah, that's it. Don't worry. Dear Aunty Nelly, for personal reasons, I want to abstain from masturbating. Oh. But recently, I'm finding it increasingly difficult to control my thoughts, especially when I'm in bed or alone. I am only 23, but I want to stop. And I've not been able to find any advice online that says it's okay to do this. And I don't agree. Please, can you help me source this? No, because it's 2021. In 2021, you will not find a piece of research on Google that will say to you, you must abstain from masturbating. This may have been something, if the internet had been around, that you may have found in 1912. but not in 2021, because I am never ever going to tell anyone to not masturbate, because it's really healthy. Right, there's another one, isn't there? Dear God in heaven. Got a lot of wankers on tonight, haven't we? In more than one way. So, yeah, that's probably why. Now, why do you want to abstain from masturbating? Why do you feel that you want to live a life of celibacy? Because that's absolutely fine. But you don't need anybody's permission. You don't need anybody on the internet to wrote a thesis for you to feel that then you've got permission to go celibate or not to masturbate. And you're not going to find that in 2021. If you seriously feel that you no longer want to masturbate, then distract yourself when the feeling occurs, okay? And I can't help you source that information, because nobody in the right mind would be saying it's not a good thing to masturbate, because it's a healthy thing and it's a normal thing. Kim Sir Endron has just been blocked by Chloe and reported, so moving on. Moving on. Do you know how much water I've had today? Oh, I thought that were 1.5 litres. It's 1. I've had 3 litres. I thought I'd had 4.5. Dear Aunty Nelly, I am a woman in my early 30s and I want to buy some sex toys to spice up my sex life with my boyfriend. However, I don't really know how to approach this with him, as I'm worried he'll take it personally and he'll think he's not enough for me. I say this because when we got together 4 years ago, he wasn't that sexually experienced. He'd only had one partner. I know this has always been a bit of an issue for him, even though we never talk about it. What do you suggest? Well, I don't suggest walking into the bedroom with a fucking box full of Ann Summers toys. Other sex toys shops are available, are right there. But I would certainly, if you want to bring sex toys into your sex life, there's a way of doing it. Of like, next time you're intimate, you just say something whilst you're being intimate. And like, do you know, I'd really, really like it if I could use a sex toy. What do you think? And he might go, yeah, I'm up for that. Or he may, he may think, why? Is it not good enough what you're doing? So dispel that question by saying, I'd really, really like it, if I had a dildo right now, because I fucking love what you're doing to me. And I'd love to be doing A, B, C and D while you're doing that, because it's fucking amazing. So make him feel good about what he's doing, and that will then dispel his questions on, is dispel even a right word? That will answer his question of him thinking, I'm not enough for her. And just do it that way, rather than walking in bedroom with a big fucking strap on, a fucking butt plug and a fucking rampant rabbit and going, hey, guess what we're doing tonight, flower? So slowly catch your monkey with this one. But yeah, big him up a bit, your sex is amazing, I love you inside, maybe, do you know what I'd really like? I'd like something on my fucking clit or something. Like that. Just like that. Just like that. 3, 2, 1, Dusty Bin, who remembers that? Now I'm showing my fucking age. Oh, right, okay. I have no idea why that's come into inbox, but I'll read it out anyway. It's the last Dear Aunty Nelly, because it says Dear Aunty Nelly, but I don't. Right, okay. Dear Aunty Nelly, I like to stick a screwdriver up my arse. The plastic handle and not the steel end. Thank fucking Christ for that. Ha! I do this when I am wanking. You're the only person I've ever told this to, and you're the only person I will ever tell this to. This sounds like a threat. If you don't keep this anonymous, I'll stick a screwdriver up your big fat ass too. Thanks. Right, so it was just a confession, that. That wasn't a Dear Aunty Nelly. We've just ended the show with a confession. I mean, I guess it's one way to screw yourself, isn't it? I like to stick a screwdriver up my arse, the plastic handle end, not the steel end. And I think that's very, very advisable. I'm now wondering if you go lefty loosey or righty tighty. Or do you do a bit of both? Lefty loosey, righty tighty, lefty loosey, righty right. Oh, lefty loosey. You're the only person I ever told this to. You're the only person I will ever tell this to. And if you don't keep me anonymous, I'll stick a screwdriver up your big fat ass too. Thanks. So there you go. So we've ended up with someone who's a right fucking tool, who likes a bit of a screw. And I would never read your name out because nothing comes through now with names. Everything comes through as anonymous. So I don't think there's any threat of you actually sticking the plastic bit of a Phillips screwdriver up my big fat ass. Is there? And that's been tonight's Night Time with Nelly. Who's enjoyed it as much as I have? Because I have. I think it's been right good. What do I need to tell you? I need to tell you that I'm off to Panto rehearsals soon. Very, very soon. So I'm wondering if my gorgeous Stephen Sullivan, who's playing Gaston, and my gorgeous David Potts, who's playing Le Hun, and me, who is Mrs. Polly Flower Potts, may bring to you one Wednesday night, Night Time with Nelly, dressed up in Panto. Would you like that? Would you like that, Flower Pots? Let me know in the comments. Stephen Sullivan usually watches, actually, so I'm not sure if he is actually watching, but would you like me and Gaston and Lefort, who's been played by David, who's Le Hun, and Gaston is Stephen, and me as Polly Flower Pots, would you like me to do some Night Time with Nelly with my cast one night, dressed up in Panto? Tickets are still available, and I will put that on the page with the link for you to go and get it should you want to. I've right enjoyed tonight and I'm feeling right good. I don't know how tomorrow's going to be though. It's super moon, strawberry moon. Woo! The wolf in me may come out. And on that note, now that I'm not safe of screwdrivers, never forget lefty loosey, righty tighty. And I'll see you all very soon, either with a new review or another Agony Aunt show. And don't forget, any advice has been purely for entertainment purposes. And if anybody comments on your comments with gift, like, prize, competition, giveaway, it's a scam. Don't fall for it. Just report it.